A lot of us were huge into science fiction.
It could fill a library with all the science fiction that I read over the years.
I actually grew up being a sci-fi kid.
After the sci-fi book collection, I used to be a massive sci-fi nerd. I bought into all this stuff.
I loved Star Wars. It was hard to become a flat earther.
Everyone has the same story.
Yeah, we all were globe earthers, in case you didn't know.
I was violently opposed to it. I was mad at people that would bring it up.
A friend of mine was posting all these things on Facebook. It was pissing me off.
There's no fucking way the earth is flat.
People still exist. How can anyone think the earth is flat?
That's fucking insane.
Flat earth, like, that makes no sense. Like, then how does stuff not fall off the side?
Staunch atheist for about 15 years.
I used to be an atheist up until 2015, when I mockingly began researching flat earth.
I was an atheist 39 years.
What the fuck on? Everybody that's into flat earth, it was very hard for them to get into it and admit it.
I already had this thought of, what it was, a globe, and what they told us.
Everyone has the same story. When I first heard about flat earth, I thought it was the dumbest shit ever. I thought it was a CIA psyop. It must be some kind of distraction.
God, this is a fucking nightmare. I can't be a flat earth person.
Exact same story. Everybody. No one just believes it right away.
So when my dad decided to change to be into a flat earther, I took that as a challenge, and I tried to prove him wrong. But in order to prove him wrong, I had to know what the actual argument for the flat earth was.
I had a brother that was trying to convince me about flat earth, and I actually set out to prove him wrong. So I had to dive into a bunch of rabbit holes, right?
The only problem with the flat earth rabbit hole, whatever you want to call it, is it's kind of hard to beat.
I'm 57 years into believing that the earth is round.
Started going into the research, and boom.
The flat earthers, they have a lot of good, compelling shit to say.
Oh, fucking stupid.
Unbelievable. Like,
how the fuck are we supposed to handle all of this?
there's nothing compares. Nothing compares to the whole quote-unquote flat earth research rabbit hole.
Got a lot more to it than I think people would first assume.
There's a reason why it's becoming huge. There's a reason.
Yeah, I never would have assumed I would have become a flat earther. So you have to realize that all these people that do, they have to literally be convinced against their own belief system and their own worldview to get to the point that they're at now.
Okay, there's no way that it's a ball.
And like so many others, I ask myself, what else are they lying about?
And it turns out the answer is everything.
I came to the realization that we've been lied to, that the earth was in fact a flat, stationary plane and not a spinning water ball. That opened up the possibility of a creator, which in turn shattered my atheism. My trust in the Bible was restored, where I before didn't have any faith. Why trust the Bible when you couldn't even trust page 1?
Now I could trust page 1.
God damn it! The earth is clearly not a fucking spinning ball!
Wait. Why does it all make sense?
Why is this all fake? Official NASA website releasing footage that's CGI.
There's nothing more mind-blowing than realizing that we've been lied to the point where we don't even know where we are. I can't think of any other experience topping it.
This can't be reality.
The world is just so filled with lies, it's actually quite sickening and disturbing.
And it turns out the world is run by a bunch of Satan-loving liars who have us so bamboozled that we don't even know where we are. And it turns out that we've been living in their science fiction. You see, when you tell a story that begins with something exploding out of nothing, out of a gajillion years and a whole lot of chance, you don't need God for that story to make sense. In fact, you have to do some disingenuous gymnastics to write God into that story. But if you see that we're really living in something like a cosmic terrarium, you can't avoid the conclusion that we're in somebody's terrarium. Try to write God out of that story, I dare you. The level of deception that has fooled multiple generations into believing that we're on a spinning water ball in a vacuum, when everything in our experience screams the opposite. That level of deception demands that we confront the existence of evil, because that's what their science fiction is, and that's its purpose. Would they construct such a massive lie for no reason? No way. This massive lie has an equally massive purpose from beginning to end. the very foundation of the scientific worldview that aims to make God irrelevant.
And I doubt the farm that it plays a critical role in the Great Deception in the times ahead.
I'd heard the gospel and grew up in the Bible Belt, but I could not reconcile that worldview with the one that I'd already implicitly accepted. It told me that the world is a meaningless accident. At the end of the day, I think the inherent cynicism of the heliocentric universe that exploded from nothing is fundamentally incompatible with the gospel of Jesus. I believe we are very carefully, intentionally, and lovingly placed in a world that is not just some random piece of a vast creation, but it's the very heart of creation itself. And so I pray that you reject the lie that would have you believe otherwise.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
Once you go flat, you never go back. We've seen both. Like, we know your model better than you guys.